Today, I'll show you how to set up your Breville Barista Pro and show you how to make a few coffee drinks right at home. Here's what you'll need: the Breville Barista Pro and all of the included accessories, a coffee mug, a kitchen towel, and a drinking glass full of cold water. I also have a knock box to dump my coffee grounds, but you could just use a wastebasket if you don't have one. That's really all you need for the setup process. For the coffee making portion, you'll want to have the right ingredients, like whole coffee or espresso beans, your favorite mug, and if you like, the milk or cream of your choice to make cappuccinos or lattes. All right, let's get the filter ready for use. Simply drop the filter into your glass of cold water. The filter needs to soak for 5 minutes, so during that time, wash and dry the water tank, portafilter, filter basket, milk jug, filter holder, and drip tray. Assemble the drip tray and insert it into the base of the machine. Set the filter holder for 2 months from now, and when it's done soaking, insert the filter into the holder. Put the filter holder into the water tank and make sure it clicks and locks in. Then, fill the water tank with water, being careful not to go over the max fill line. Put the water tank onto the back of the unit and press down until it's secured. Now, put the hopper on top of the machine and turn the dial to lock it into place. Fill the hopper with whole beans and put the lid on top. Grab a mug and place it under the group head, and then plug in your Breville Barista Pro. Turn the power on, and when the display says flush and the 1 cup button is illuminated, press it. You'll now see a countdown on your screen while your machine goes through a rinse cycle and primes its heating components. When the cycle is complete, dump the water from the mug and remember to wash it before you use it again. Otherwise, your Breville Barista Pro is ready to go. Now, let me show you how to make a drink, like espresso or cappuccino. For pre-ground beans, the dual wall filter is best. If you'll be grinding fresh beans, use the single wall filter. Each filter also has a 1 or 2 cup option. For this demo, I'll select 1 cup. Insert the appropriate filter into the portafilter, making sure it's pressed all the way in. Then, adjust the grind size on the side. The default setting is 15, but the higher you go, the coarser the grind. If you want a finer grind, use a lower setting. Put the portafilter into the grinding cradle and select single or double with the filter size button. You can also customize the grind time here. Turn the dial clockwise to increase the time and counterclockwise to decrease it. Now, press and release the portafilter toward the machine to begin automatic dosing. Dosing is the key part of every espresso recipe. It's basically the amount of dry coffee that you use to make an espresso drink. All right, back to it. On the screen, you'll see the timer and that the filter basket is filling. If you need to pause this process, simply press and release the portafilter, and the screen will show that the machine is paused for 15 seconds. Then, to resume, press and release the portafilter again. If you want to adjust the strength of your coffee manually, press and hold the portafilter towards the machine until it doses the desired amount. To stop, release it. Now, remove the portafilter and lightly tap it to help even out the coffee in the basket. Take the tamper and, using even and consistent pressure, firmly press down the coffee until the top edge of the tamper cap is level with the top of the filter basket. Place the included razor precision tool into the basket until it rests on the edge of the rim. Spin the razor back and forth while holding the portafilter at an angle over the knockbox to remove any excess coffee. Wipe any excess from the rim of the basket so there aren't any coffee grounds getting in the way of a tight seal. Place the mug under the group head. Then, press the 1 cup button to run a small amount of hot water through the machine to stabilize the temperature. You can then discard this water. Now, you can insert the portafilter into the machine by aligning the handle with the insert position. Then, rotate the handle toward the center until it stops. You'll feel a little resistance because it's creating a tight seal, so you might want to put your other hand on top of the machine to stabilize it. Now, place either an espresso glass or a coffee mug under the spout and press the appropriate cup button. For me, that's a 1 cup size. Ah, beautiful. And here's a tip. If you're making espresso, you might need to experiment with the time and consistency. Thankfully, the Breville Barista Pro has a handy extraction guide to fine-tune your settings if you need to. So don't throw it out, it's helpful. And just like that, your first freshly brewed espresso drink will soon be ready. Your Breville Barista Pro can also make steamed milk and foam for cappuccinos and lattes, and it includes a wand for steaming as well as a milk jug for you to use. Here's how to steam and foam the milk. Point the steam wand down toward the drip tray and turn the dial toward the steam icon. The screen will confirm that it's set to steam. When steam comes out for at least 2 seconds, turn the dial back to the vertical position to stop steaming. Then pour cold milk into the milk jug and stop somewhere between minimum and maximum. Lift the wand and insert it into the milk jug so the tip is just a couple centimeters below the surface of the milk and close to the right side of the jug. Now, turn the dial to steam. You'll soon see the milk spinning. As it spins, slowly lower the jug so it's just at the surface of the milk. Your wand will now start adding air to the milk to make foam. After a few seconds of introducing air to the milk, slowly raise the milk jug so the wand tip is back under the surface. Raise the jug a little more to keep the milk spinning. Once the side of the jug is hot to the touch, your milk is at the correct temperature. First, turn off the steam and then move the milk jug away from the wand. Wipe off the wand with a damp kitchen towel to remove milk from the surface. Point it down toward the drip tray and turn the dial to steam for a couple seconds to get rid of any remaining milk. Turn the dial back when you're done. Finally, depending on what you're making, just follow the recipe to add the textured milk to your drink. And there you have it, a fresh gourmet coffee drink whenever you want it. Hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, give it a like. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tech tips from Best Buy. Thanks for watching.